don't marry who you love, but love who you marry. I believe you may have come across this phrase at one point or another in your life. Now, while this sounds good and smart, let's analyze this popular opinion through the lens of the Bible. But first, we need to understand the phrase. When people say don't marry who you love, but love who you marry, they are normally addressing women, emphasizing that the Bible commands wives to respect their husbands and husbands to love their wives, as seen in Ephesians chapter 5. If there is any compromise to this rule, then there would be a problem, as it is supposedly against scriptures. Also, the kind of love being highlighted in this phrase is generally the eros love, where lies attraction and romance. So the view is that a couple does not necessarily need to be attracted to each other before marriage. At best, it is the husbands who must love their wives and not the other way round. However, the Bible is not a single page document, so it is necessary to consider other books of the Bible on any subject matter to give a sound and balanced judgment. For instance, we see in 1 Peter chapter 3 that husbands should honor their wives, and in Titus chapter 2 that wives should love their husbands. However, this has no influence on the topic of headship or submission in marriage, as there can be only one head. Now, love in itself is all-encompassing. There is philios, storge, eros, and agape. Each is important and can abide on its own. There can be philios love among friends, storge love among family and close companions. People can have feelings for one another in eros, but the greatest of them all is agape love, the love that doesn't fail, the God kind of love, which shapes thoughts and character, as seen in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. In fact, philios and storge are embedded in agape love. That is to say, we are supposed to portray agape love to everyone. So this brings us to romantic relationships, whose love is also all-encompassing. All the four kinds of love must be present in a romantic relationship for it to thrive. Eros love alone cannot sustain a romantic relationship, even though it may begin it. The feelings of Eros are not intentional, but by chance, and are normally developed through attraction. Friendship love, on the other hand, can be both intentional and unintentional. Even though we choose our friends, we don't necessarily influence the compatibility of shared values and interests. We also naturally love our family and the people that we are familiar with, as seen in storge love. Agape is the only kind of love that we grow, that we adapt to show to people, and that is intentional love. Don't marry who you love, but love who you marry. It's a flawed statement because, first of all, there should be agape love between a couple as a strong foundation. Does it also mean feelings are not needed? No. In fact, what separates a romantic relationship from a platonic one is the sensual chemistry that exists between a couple. If that is not present, then it isn't a romantic relationship. A lot of people marry for different reasons, but it is risky to marry someone in view that the love or attraction would come after the marriage. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical attraction, but there must be some form of attraction. It could be intelligence, confidence, or even their kindness. As you get to know them, then the physical attraction follows. I find it bizarre that one would be getting married and they are not physically attracted to their partners. I find it even more bizarre that society would urge a woman to marry a man that she does not love, in hopes that by being intentionally loving in marriage, those feelings would develop. Yes, these feelings can fade, but when the seed is already planted, all it takes is intentional love to keep it growing. So instead of saying, don't marry who you love, but love who you marry, I would say, marry who you love and continue to love who you marry. Don't forget to like and share this video if you found this helpful. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.